What's up, everybody? Firestarter here, back with another game. This is a replay cast sent to me by Mike, actually. But I won't say anything other than that because, yeah, it might just spoil the game. So, on Team 1, we have Meso and Faust, and on the other side, being the red team, we have Fadeway and Nande. I'm pretty sure that's Nande. Could be wrong, but I think so. So, yeah. Map is Hop and Glory, kind of an alright map, I would say. I don't really like this one though, because it tends to just bog down and become a choke point mainly, but it would be so much better if like these two zones weren't spawns, I guess, but like it doesn't really matter. But yeah, like I haven't actually played much myself lately, so I figured I'd just do a cast instead of leaving you guys hang. You know, I've been on a spiritual quest to rediscover myself. So yeah, just should be good. Also, I've kind of been bored playing the same fucking Soviet cheese on the same broken maps all the time. So I think I might even just wait until some of the new maps are out and the ranked rotation just switches up a bit. So we'll see what happens with that. I just wanted to let you know what's up, why I haven't been posting as many videos lately. I just haven't been finding the game that fun, to be honest. But we have MLRS here by Mesos. That's kind of interesting. We'll see what they manage to do with that. Red team's still not deploying much, but I guess we could just speed it up for now. It is a longish game after all. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. Usually this deployment phase is kind of boring. But yeah, it looks like... Oh yeah, okay, never mind. So Nande is going for Charlie, and I don't know what Faust and Meso are doing. And this is taking ages, yeah. So people usually like to take their precious time in team games, you know. Which makes sense, I guess. You want to cover more ground, and then you want to work together and figure out who's doing what, and it can take a bit. I will look at the deployment as soon as the game starts because it's kind of pointless to do it like this. And yeah, so it looks like the red team has prepared a helo drop. Not much ground troops, but we do have some tanks and some BTRs and stuff going everywhere, but mainly helos. And on the blue side we have the exact same thing, so it looks like both teams are trying to do the same thing, and the MLRS is firing as well, so it looks like Team 1, let's just call them Blue 4 because it's easier, wants to secure Delta, and Red 4 wants to secure Foxtrot, but we'll see how this engagement fares for them. And we have two PDs rallied out right at the start, so that's overkill, man. Kind of an early MLRS, but that will delay the ground force. But look at this, now all the V's engaging on the Cassiopes. This will be brutal because Blue 4 did not take any anti-air helos, instead relying only on Cassiopes. Not really working out in their favor, is it though? So it looks like Red 4 will manage to land off some troops, so that cover there pretty much did what it was supposed to, and now this is, you know, totally exposed to AA and what have you. So it will be very difficult to grab Delta, but the Cassiope is actually managing to intercept some of these Resvetkas here. I don't know why you're dropping Resvetkas, dude. Like, what the fuck? Who drops Resvet? Who has Resvetkas in 24Ds? Like, I don't even understand that, but I'm not gonna question your methods. So yeah, it looks like they're mopping this up here, and Red 4's mopped that up here pretty well. Kind of a mistake by Faust grouping his helos, but he's a big noob, so what do you expect? We finally have these troops moving to Golf with a sneaky little D going around the flank. Could even wipe out all of these forces here, leaving Golf totally uncontested. But Red 4 is not actually buying any units to reinforce that, except for that BTR 90 now. So we'll see what happens, but I don't understand what they're doing. They're pushing this armor up totally exposed, and it's just getting sniped by Akulis. So let's find a good angle first and then talk. So yeah, we have helos probing the front lines on both sides. These chasseurs actually getting picked up. Who uses chasseurs? What? Has the meta changed? Has using like patched the game? I don't understand, but okay. So yeah, it's kind of back to a standard game pretty much at this point. with Blue 4 trying to root out the last remaining Resvetkas, but that will be easy considering there's like 6 squads of Jaegers here, so that should be pretty easy to deal with. But there's 2 Cassiopes probing around, and we'll see if they manage to score some kills. They should definitely be split up though, one going to Bravo and the other to Alpha. And the Akulas are being pulled back to deal with this threat. So they actually might snipe a CV. Yes, they do. So that was a nice little engagement there for our blue team. And this D is still alive. That's not good, but we do have a Celtic and an Alouette being rallied out. I'm surprised that Blue 4 is actually holding on to Golf as well as they are. But the pressure from Red 4 is not really that strong, so it kind of makes sense, I guess. But yeah, we have a Leclerc being rallied out as well, with not really much fodder for it, so this could easily get sniped. I don't really see a lot of AA as well, except Mistral, so that's not bueno. That was not, I didn't even pronounce that right. I'm sorry, I should just stick to English, even though I'm bad at that as well, but just, yeah, I'll shut up. Actually, we have 2 Leclercs. I missed this one. It was probably chilling here, and we do have that MiG going for that. Will he get the snipe? Yes, he does, proving that Soviets are broken as fuck. So, yeah, not a good day for our blue team at all, but we could speed up a bit here considering it's a bit slow. Let's just focus on this little engagement here. Should definitely split up the Jaegers. I don't know why he keeps all of this stuff in groups, but then again, I'm not the field marshal, so I probably shouldn't be talking shit. And what is that Biz going for? Just sniping a Mistral, not that big of a deal. Could even go down, and no, it doesn't, looks like it, but we could slow down a bit now. So yeah, this Leclerc here skirmishing, killing a bit of infantry, but it looks like the main thing is happening here for now. This town is kind of important because it allows you to push both Foxtrot and Golf if that's what you're into. So yeah, I don't know if the Jaegers are gonna last that long with that D flying overhead. They definitely need AA. I mean, yeah, another one of those missiles going down, and actually the D getting sniped by the Jaegers. MG3 OP. So I don't think they'll last long though, considering there's a lot of reinforcements and these BTR 90s. Plus with Spetsnaz, yeah, those Jaegers are as good as that. But we do have a ping here, so it looks like blue will go for Echo soon, or maybe just marking the tank for a snipe or something. Let's see what's happening here. Not much. Yeah, the game picks up at the later stage, so I'm just gonna speed through this to save some time, but we definitely want to find a good angle to see everything on the map. We have a sneaky BRDM going around the side here. I don't think that's spotted by Blue 4, so Nande might actually intercept a lot of stuff here if he positions that right, especially if you put it like in this forest here where it gets stealth. That's like crazy. But yeah, we have some BTRs trying to take Golf back, but it's not really working out too well. Fire position on the Hilo. Fadeway U-Cheeser not actually getting that kill. But yeah, nice response by Meso moving that. So that's pretty swell. And just we have a CV being rallied out by by Red 4 to counter that Blue 4 tick. Should be good. We have another attempt there, actually getting it this time. It seems that Meso was microing something else. Let's just not half time that, because that would be dumb. BRDM still driving along, not really caring all that much, and these PDs might actually catch that, but they do not, so that's good. They definitely want to deal with these PDs as soon as they can, because yeah, these planes are OP as fuck. Even though they have no gun, but like you don't need it when you have 8 HE for 90 points. 2-8 elite. Come on, Eugen, what the fuck? Like, okay, so MiG-27 rallied out to kill that Leclerc. It looks like this might not last long for our blue team. Actually, let's just keep it like this because you see so much more of the map. Could even zoom in a bit. And yeah, there's some action here now. Attacking from both sides, that's pretty good. But the Leclerc going down to the MiG, insufficient. AA here as well. Mephisto going down too, so not really a good trade for Blue 4 here. They did manage to kill a MiG, but I'm assuming they that the red team has at least two left, because I think they killed another one here when it sniped that other Leclerc. I could be wrong, but I'm not sure. So yeah, majority of Blue Force forces have been wiped out there, so we'll see how they deal with Echo actually. And ooh, nice little shot on that PD. Will actually even force the evac. Almost got it, but and now there's 3. That's a lot of PDs. That's, yeah, pretty much denying Blue Force usage of air there. We definitely want to keep an eye on this little pesky bugger here. See what he manages to do. Maybe nothing, maybe a lot. You never know. So, yeah, now Blue 4 actually having a lot of AA and not many ground troops to deal with that. I mean, this Martyr 2 is actually good enough to deal with the BTRs, but split your units up, guys. I don't know, you keep everything in pairs. It's not ideal, especially with rocket planes in the sky, you know. You get splash damage and get stunned and stuff, and that's just not good. See, they could go for the Crotals. Yes, he did. Managed to pick one off, but going down in exchange. Still an okay trade, I would say. Not the best considering you get more Crotals than rocket planes, but it's decent. And now that BRDM has been revealed, it looks like Faust is rallying out some 1A force to deal with that. And more tanks coming out by our blue players here, trying to take Echo, it looks like. They are in firm control of Golf, though. Red should definitely put more effort into securing this, considering how light the blue 4 presence here actually is. They don't know that, but I'm allowed to talk shit, because I have the almighty, all-seeing eye of post-game analysis. And a CV being rallied out as well. But yeah, it looks like the BRDM will go down. It even could kill a Leo. Let's just see. Yeah, it does go down, so not much happening there. Another MiG-27 being rallied out. It looks like it will go for the 2A1. Maybe. Nope, he'll just derp out and die, so that wasn't good. But all of these MiG snipes are very much in the advantage of Blue 4. If they can sustain that, they can just pump out tanks at a later stage of the game and just have nothing to worry about. But yeah, they're kind of making good progress here, I guess. Let's just switch and see what Red is doing so far. We have a bunch of tanks here and a Tungam. Some VDVs marching across the open field trying to get to Golf. And yeah, they might actually succeed in their push, but most of the action's happening here right now, so let's focus that. And a weapon jam on the Leo, that's crazy. Yeah, that's just RNG there. Could have killed the B1, but now he's forced to pull that back. Wait for it to get uncritted and then just repair it or whatever. But let's focus on this push here as well. I mean, we'll keep this in mind too, but I want to see what happens here. The fire support from the Rimas was actually wiped out. Some VAB T20s went down, I think, by the T80s. They've all fired some shots, so that's probably believable. And VDV is just marching, you know, not really caring. And yeah, this is just overwhelming numbers here. So Golf is not looking stable at all. And they're not really buying any appropriate counters to this. I mean, these Rima might hold on to VDV, but it will be difficult. Let's just switch back for a bit. Martyr 2 trying to get a nice flank on here, but it's kind of awkward pushing through here. I mean, when you combine it, you know, like this, and even if you have some infantry coming from the mountain, it's kind of a good idea. And LRM actually sniping out the CV. Nice MLRS strike there by Meso. I like how he's only firing half the salvo, actually. Or was that a whole salvo? I have no idea, but still, that was nice. And yeah, so just gonna give Blue 4 some more breathing room, even let them catch up a few points. And yeah, but they are losing control of Golf, so it's not looking good at all. You know, it's mainly these T80s that are just providing the brunt of the attack. They want to kill these as fast as possible, then just dealing with the VDVs isn't an issue. Especially considering they have an MLRS, they could always just bomb the shit out of this forest. And a Kyler. I don't think all these cheap tanks are actually useful. I think Faust may be playing a mech deck, which would explain the usage of 1A4s, because why would you ever want a 1A4 in like a Eurocore deck? I just don't see the appeal of this tank. Then again, I'm bad at the game, so yeah, shit happens. So Red 4 actually in pretty good position so far. They are slowly but surely taking golf. They have total dominance of Echo, and it's up to Blue 4 to do this, you know? A B1 being rallied out here as well, so that would definitely solidify the presence in golf. We could even speed up a bit, I guess. Yeah, let's just speed up a bit, but focus here on MLD trying to snipe nothing, just going down. That was kind of wasted, actually. Just slow down because there's an action bit happening here. So yeah, T80's moving into position, sniping out some tanks, supporting the VDVs into this little force here. You don't want this. No, pull that back. Fallschirmjägers actually getting the shot off there. I like how their machine gun was turned off as well to avoid being spotted, but it's being turned on again. So a nice micro there by Faust, but it won't be enough because there's just a lot of stuff here. But we'll see if they manage to actually defend this forest. They do have a lot of infantry rallied out, which is pretty good when you want to hold this little side here. You don't need tanks when you're in forest, obviously. Well, you do, but I don't know. Not as much as you need infantry. But most of these are Jaegers, and they definitely want to micro their Rimas now to deal with the VDVs and everything. Even though the Jaegers actually deal with VDVs pretty reliably, don't they? So ignore everything I say, and yeah. So Blue 4 once again trying to push out Echo here. Quite a lot of cheap little tanks. I like the usage of these cav tanks. Are they even cavalry tanks? I don't know what they are. They're just pretty neat. They swim as well, which is always a plus. And yeah, no, there's no tanks here for red players, which will prove to be very detrimental. We'll see if they actually even lose Echo. That would be bad. And a T80 UK being rallied out by Fade. He's not fucking around, man. He wants Echo, and he wants it now. But yeah, that D here, stopping this little push. I mean, it's just the whole game, Blue Force AA has been either out of position or just non-existent whatsoever, and all of these little helos have been stopping their pushes. But let's see what's happening here. It looks like Blue 4 will indeed hold on to this little forest. I feel like a Buratino here would be like the perfect thing, you know, because Blue 4 is confined in this little area of the zone. It will be really easy to wipe them out. And the Roland goes down to the KA-52, opening up, you know, the bombing and stuff, and this little flank area here as well. So they could even do some sneaky stuff if they want to. But meanwhile, Blue 4 is prepping a push onto Echo. So both teams definitely trying to wrestle for these zones here. Which is why I hate this map in the mid to late game stage. It's just a fucking line drawn like this, and it's boring. But not this game, I promise you that much. So I'm not gonna spoil anything because people don't like that. Them just yelling at me, you know. But I guess that's always fun. And I don't see a CV being rallied out by our red players. Actually, there is a CV right here. Excuse me, I don't know what I'm talking about. So yeah, that would definitely put things on equal terms. And this T80 UK actually leading from the front. Fade, what are you doing? Okay, MLRS strike here on the forest. I'll check back in a bit to see how much damage he does. I just want to see if this T80 UK dies. If it dies, that's like a huge miss micro on Fade's part. Like, he could even turn the reflex on and just snipe these Mephistos with reverse move. It's pretty nice. But that's crazy, man. Oh wow. Okay, so Red 4 actually pushing here once again. MLRS did not really do all that much. I'm just gonna zoom in a bit, but I want to see what's going on here as well. T80 UK not going down to the Etendards, but look at this. The VDV actually managed to get in, and now there's just an overwhelming armor presence here by our Red 4 players. I don't think Blue 4 can deal with this, you know. They are losing this little foothold here, so it'll be definitely hard to come back from that, especially with the 2-in-1 going down. You don't want to fight on an open ground against this many tanks, especially UMs. You know, with those ATGMs, they can just kite you all day, every day. But I'll go ahead and assume that Faust is playing a mech deck. Otherwise, we'd like see two-way fours and stuff. Wait, I saw the click. Is it Meso? Yeah, actually, Meso's playing Eurocore as well, so that explains it. So we have a Eurocore versus Soviets. Not much variety happening, but blame Eugen, I guess. Even though Eurocore totally not OP. Not like Soviets, at least. I really hate Soviets. I hope they get nerfed. I'm gonna make sure they get nerfed. But yeah, once again, the push here by Blue 4 being stopped dead in its tracks, and it's really not looking good for Blue 4 at this point. They're not doing much work in Echo, and they've totally lost Golf. And they need to come back from this, but this is a lot of tanks here, you know. I don't see them capping Golf anytime soon, so definitely all of their efforts should be focused in Echo for the time being. T80 UK taking an ATGM2 to face, not really giving a shit, just pulling back. He can patch that up. Actually running out of fuel as well. It might have gotten critted or something, because it shouldn't run out of fuel that early, but anything goes, I guess. So we could just speed up slightly. You know, these AMXs here, not really that interesting, not much to talk about. So here we have a static line, and most of the actions happening here. Once again, just pretty much light units all around by Blue 4. And sending these supply trucks to get capped. I don't know if that's smart in a team game, considering players always have fobs in team games, so you're just essentially giving free supply trucks to your opponent. You're not even scouting. You can kind of see that, dude. Like, I don't understand that move, but it's okay. And we have the glorious bombing runs here being rallied out by Nande. That's a lot of points sunk into planes. We'll see if that pays off, but look at this. Now Red 4 at +2, holding both of the flank zones firmly. Not even contested, so it's pretty good. 24M throwing its bombs. Actually might go down. It does go down to Gepard, and scored some nice kills, but not really my idea of cost efficiency. I don't know. Why were they even bombing that? It looks like they want to push, so okay. That's cool. I see. So they have a lot of tanks and infantry here, which is not doing much, realistically. Just letting them defend is kind of a waste of points. And it looks like they want to take this and possibly take this crossroad. This is actually a vital crossroad, because if you deny this forest line, you can pump units into Foxtrot from the back. And holding this town is also important, because then you can just do a pincer maneuver into Foxtrot. It's kind of a nice move to do. It's hard to pull off, but it's definitely viable. And I'm liking this a lot. You know, switches up the normal stalemate of this map. Although you should have probably refueled your tanks before doing this, bro, but I don't know. It's your life. Okay, so let's see. More units here just being thrown into Grinder by our blue players. Not really managing to do much, so let's just focus on this. Just see what happens. We did have an IDS dropping bombs, not actually doing all that much damage, but VDV are pushing still. Even more on the way. That's 4 squads of VDV. That's a lot of VDV. Plane going down to the tongue. I don't know what that was, but I'm sure you guys saw that. Because usually when I blabber on, I focus on pronouncing stuff right. And I end up not paying attention, but that's what you expect watching my channel, I guess. So yeah, this armor push kind of stopped by the Jaegers. They could just fast move even, but they don't know what's in this forest. And Leclerc is panicked, so its rate of fire is significantly lowered. Same with its accuracy, but at point blank, it's not like it matters. Come on. I don't think it has an autoloader. Prove me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it has an autoloader. So it definitely loses efficiency when shaken or shit like that. And this 2A1 actually pushed all the way here. Wow, okay, let's just zoom in a bit, see what's happening. Leclerc will most likely go down. There's just overwhelming odds there, but yeah, let's just see what's happening here. Not a lot of units by Blue 4, but then again, not a lot of units by Red 4. Actually managing to kill the CV with the 2A1. We have 2 CVs being rallied out by Fade. And wow, hold on, I missed this. VDV actually managed to sneak through here into Julie, along with 2 GRU squads. And wow, that's a nice MLRS Meso. Managing to get stuns on, even kill something. Let me just see what it killed. That was a direct hit, wasn't it? Did it even kill anything, or am I tripping balls? Drugs are bad, kids, don't do them. Okay, so yeah, that was a good strike. Landing some stuns there, but unfortunately it's not enough to stop this push. And we'll see if Red 4 is overconfident with this or cocks it up. We'll see. Isn't that the same thing? Yeah, that's. I was gonna say like, yeah, whatever. I'll just stop talking. Just focus here. CV being scouted by the GRU is forced to get out of its transport, but it looks like it will survive. And look at this, the lines here have been thinned by our Blue 4 players. AMX 40 against B1, not an ideal engagement. That armor is just way too low. It's more of a sniper or flanker tank, not a head-on engager. But yeah, Reamers here will deal with the VDVs and the GRUs and stuff, so I don't think Blue 4 has much to worry about, and they're doing exactly what they should be doing here. But I don't think these... Why is he just... No, Nande, come on. You should just leave the B1s here. That would make taking this crossroads impossible. But they're definitely doing the right move by moving this VDV into Foxtrot. Maybe they should just let them chill for a bit, prep an attack, and just move from both sides at once. That would split their firepower in Foxtrot on two different fronts. And that would make taking Foxtrot easy. But this is a waste. You're just wasting your tanks like this. Because, yeah, you see, they're just going to take a Tiger, and there's no anti-air support. The Tunguska is all the way back here. And losing two 85-point tanks is just not good, you know? They could have been used in defense to keep this crossroad open for as long as possible and just pump reinforcements through. They don't even have to worry about Echo anymore, pretty much. You know, but what do I know? More stuff being rallied out here by both players, but let's see how these VDVs manage to fare here. B1s will go down to the Tiger. Yeah, there's just not much to talk about. Even an optical failure in that one, that's like adding insult to injury. Resupplying his tanks now, which is kind of late, but I guess it doesn't really matter. He still has these tanks. He could use them to defend this little opening here if he wants. But yeah, let me just zoom in and see. Actually, VDV managing to get some Jupiters as well, so they could chill here for a bit if they're microed correctly. These Jaegers here are moving in the open, so they could definitely do a lot of damage with the RPKs if they catch them out of position. And the CV only down to 1 HP, forced to move. But this Tiger could actually change things around. These Osas have to get into range as fast as possible to deal with that. And there's some engagements happening here, but they're not really... Oh wow, actually killed that 2A1. Oh my god. Yeah, so yeah, as I said, like taking this forest line back is very hard once you're entrenched here. So you definitely don't want to have that happen to you. But VDV actually managing to live. I think the HAD went down to the Osas. It looks like they fired 2 shots each, so not 2 shots each, 2 shots in total. Yeah. Meanwhile, Blue 4 actually pushing for who knows which time here, and more Cassiopes should definitely be split up because these Tunguskas could even get some splash on that. But they were firing with the gun, so not much from that. Actually going down to the Cassiopes. I'm pretty sure there were 2. And now there's 4 T-80s here unsupported, gunning straight into Milans. We'll see what Nande does with them. He definitely likes throwing tanks into suicide missions, it looks like, but Echo exchanged hands for I don't know what time now, so yeah, Blue 4 in pretty solid control. Looks like we did have another MLR strike here at the top. Not really doing much. Shaking up these tanks so they can't get repaired, but that's about it. And now these Cassiopes actually penetrating the lines, going for Delta. Will they manage to get the CV? More units being rallied out by Faust here, trying to get into Delta, and this is kind of like a delayed opener when you think about it. This is exactly what they tried to do at the start of the game. Didn't work, and now they're trying it again, and it's sort of working because, yeah, I mean, Red 4 threw away a lot of units, you know, and they invested heavily into air support as well. I mean, it's not like that makes a big difference, especially in a team game, but there haven't been that many planes coming out for our blue players, so definitely not as useful as they could be. But we have an attack here by our red 4 players. Fallschirmjäger is actually unloading, so these will be really hard to uproot here now. And losing this little, well, it's not little, is it? There's like a whole gap in red 4's defense now. This is not good. They definitely want to take Foxtrot now. If they only had B1s defending here, they could keep this open, but oh well. So now it's kind of difficult to see everything that's going on, so we'll kind of ignore this bit for now. I just want to zoom in and see. That attack didn't really work out, but we do still have VDVs here and a BRDM sneaking past. Tiger actually killing another T-80 there. I think it's the same Tiger from before. I could be wrong, but it's not like it matters. And now Blue 4 at a +3 because they're holding Delta, and looks like I have a CV not going to Echo. Oh yeah, it's going to Echo now. Okay. VDW will go down because there's a lot of Jaegers, and MG3 Master Race obviously will take care of that in an instant. And yeah, VDV here went down as well, so attacking from this corridor is no longer an option for our red team. We have a CV being rallied out as well, but there's just units penetrating the lines everywhere. It's really hard for Red 4 right now, but it looks like they are prepping a massive attack into Foxtrot, but they should have coupled this with the units they had in the back. Maybe done that earlier, it would have been a lot more useful. Even though they kind of thinned the line here in Foxtrot, so it should be good. They just don't know, don't lose the Osas, because they're precious. Why are you fast moving them through the town? Oh, that's unfortunate going down, but actually those BTRs not going for Foxtrot, excuse me. It looks like they're going for Delta. I think they were rallied out for Foxtrot, but the situation here is pretty grim, so they want to reinforce as soon as possible. But nice little cutoff here with the Gepard and the Cassiope. Gepard actually going down, but you know, baiting the K-52 to fire its anti-radar missile onto that, so it gave the Cassiope enough time to kill all the transports, delaying those reinforcements. But still, there's 40 VDV marching towards Delta, and a 24M going for the Fallschirmjägers. Will it be successful? Faust did move, but Fate anticipated that, and nice little strike there, not killing off as much as he could, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. But I don't see the reinforcements for Blue. I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening to me. But yeah, I'm not seeing any reinforcements by Blue 4. They definitely want to pump infantry. Once you get the foothold, you don't want to stop spending points onto that zone, especially an urban zone. You want to fill it with as many Jaegers as you can, because once you've taken this, you're pretty much solid, unless they get a burrito or something. But you know, these VDV actually, wow. Fallschirmjäger OP. Holy shit. Look at that. There's only 2 left. That's crazy. So yeah, we're kind of nearing the end of the game. Pretty close still. I mean, Blue 4 is 44 points away. Well, 42 now from getting a draw. Even though draws don't really work like that, but I'm oversimplifying things for the sake of commentary, so yeah, you can shut up. And yeah, actually, Red 4 managing to take this back. If they can plop down a CV here, root this CV out, this game could be a draw, but we'll see what they manage to do. You know, more mix 27s flying out. I don't really see any tanks here, so it's just kind of pointless, but there's only like 6 minutes to go, so might as well just throw them away, I guess. Sniping a Martyr, not really getting it. Kind of derping out there, going down to the Roland and Vab combo. Another CV rallied out by Faust. I don't know if that's a good idea, but now we have the infantry pumping, which is very, very delayed. It should have been out as soon as they landed those Fallschirmjägers, because now if these VDVs are in a good spot, they could fire vampires for days and just deny these transports from getting close. But you can always unload and walk, although you do need fire support in the back for that, otherwise you just get molested. But yeah, okay, so Blue 4 actually now in the lead. It looks like Is this a draw? It still looks like a draw, but they are at +2, however. So, yeah, the lead is going strong for them. More units like flanking from the side. This is definitely not looking good. And the Rima's actually managed to plop right into the sector here with the Vabs, so not a good day to be VDV. Spetsnaz here as well. They will be outnumbered, however. You'd always want to have these guys supported by other infantry as well, you know? I mean, they're pretty good anti-infantry killers, but still. And the Jaeger spam is going strong. ZPTUs as well on the side. I love this thing. I'm surprised more people don't abuse this, because it's really abusable, but well, just shh, don't tell anyone, okay? Wow, nice little strike there on the Jaegers, managing to wipe out a lot of them. Actually, well, killed one squad, but rendered this one sort of useless. So it's an okay strike. Managed to get out alive as well, so that's always a bonus. But I just think that at this point it's kind of overwhelming for Red 4. They can't really deal with this effectively. They need Buratinos, most of all. I haven't seen a single one this game, which is really weird considering we have 2 USSR players on the single team, so yeah, not sure what's going on there. Maybe they don't like using easy to win units, but you never know. And CV been placed in the zone. Very obvious spot, especially with the Jaegers here. If they switch zones, they could easily take that out. But well, there's only 4 minutes, and Red 4's kind of desperate. They don't want to give that bleed to Blue 4. And yeah, there we go. 4 Panzer Faust to the face. You're not going to survive that. And another CV into Delta here by Blue Force, solidifying the game. And yeah, I think it's safe to say this is Blue Force, but I definitely like all the out of the ordinary action that happened this game. Normally what you see is past the 5th minute, like both teams just either taking one of these flanks and just holding the other, and there's just nothing happening for 40 minutes, but this Delta push was very, very unexpected. It worked well for Blue. Definitely did. And to add insult to injury, they've been firing MLRS onto this forest line here in the back. CV did go down, but it's not like it matters, is it? They're still at a plus. And still more units being rallied out. So yeah, Delta will not go down anytime soon. And there's some units here trying to probe, trying to get the CV in Foxtrot, but it's too little, too late. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I mean, could even speed this up because it's pretty much over, isn't it? And just see the last little skirmishes here happen. They're not that exciting, I guess. More Leclercs being rallied up. See, this is what I was talking about. Even though this is too late, but once you kill those MiGs in the early to mid game, then you can just spam heavy tanks late game and not really give that many fucks. But actually, Red 4 managed to clear out Delta once again, so excuse me for speeding up, but it's a bit late, I guess. And yeah, even if they put a CV down now, it's obvious that they're not gonna take this game back. But we do have a CV here trying to. Oh my god, are they really? They're just trolling them at this point. MI28 did go down, but still, like putting a CV here right in the open is just hilarious. And it even forced the Mirages to get out. Even, oh my god, that was a beautiful strike. Killed the Tunguska. I think the CV died to the Jaegers. I could be wrong, but yeah. Well, it's like 10 seconds left, which is 5 at times 2. Yay, math is fun. Yeah, that was a nice game. Very all over the place. I like when that happens. I would definitely like to know how to play ranked, so please teach me that, master. And yeah, I mean, kills sorta even, with Red 4 even in the lead. But, I mean, Blue 4 outplayed them and on the strategic level, definitely. Even though Nande could have played that that flanking maneuver a lot better, not sacrificing his B1s, moving the Tunguska there, trying to reinforce that, and then just crush Foxtrot from two sides at once. You know, maybe chill with the VDVs, not reveal them, and then just plop them all at once. That would have taken Foxtrot by total surprise. But yeah, well played by both teams, and yeah, thanks to Faust for submitting this game through mic, which is kind of weird, but still. Yeah, I hope you guys like this one, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.